he had to move. He was moving, so we're live now.
I got you.
Yeah, he had to move somewhere. I don't know where he was, or he moved again. So yeah,
Yeah, it just came up on my phone that that Mac Group Hangout live, and now it says
yeah.
live at the top. Now it says live at the top of the screen. We are live.
We are good to go.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving, dude?
Yeah, yeah. You?
Oh yeah. It's like I don't know if you've really paid attention to like posts that I've put up here recently, but my 16-year-old nephew lives with me now until he graduates high school and goes to college because my brother's girlfriend and him do not get along, and she does nothing but want to get physical with him. He showed up in my house with like bruises all around his neck, like fingernail bruises where somebody grabbed him by the neck. His glasses were all broke. So they were going to send him. My brother was going to allow his girlfriend to send his son to military school. I was like, nope, not happening. So he came and stayed with me, and my mom's been on disability since I was in 11th grade high school, and
Dang.
my dad's getting ready to retire. So I've got my nephew Brennan with me and living with me, and my parents living with me now. Went from having an empty house and nobody to talk to having a full house again. But it's my house.
Yeah,
But like my parents are retiring, my dad is retiring, and they're wanting to do a bunch of traveling and everything. And I just figure it'd be easier, you know, move in here. I've got the extra room. That way you're not paying rent and paying bills on a house that you're not even living in because you're out traveling all over the place.
yeah. You're off of video there, Kevin? Did you do that?
Hold on a minute.
There you go.
Is it
Now,
there now?
let me see if I can do this now. Rymac says, "What's up, Kevin?"
What's that?
Rymac.
Oh, what's up, Rymac? Yeah, dude, I got some crazy hair going right now. I've been wearing a sock hat all day, and I just took it off. It's all good.
Yeah, look at that hair. Let me see if I can do this now.
Turn this way. It'll be a little bit better. Have you got any new Africans for your tank?
Yeah, I got a Bucachromis notitania
Oh, nice.
and a Linai, but the Linai didn't make it.
Yeah, dude, I like those Lennies. I get a big enough tank, and that'll be one that I get is a Lenny. I like those dudes.
Yeah, there we go.
Captain, join the call.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to cut my hair.
Ooh, look at Captain. I got
Well,
this so I can actually go to the other fish tanks.
what's that?
I said I set up my camera so I go to the other fish tanks because
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. Which tank is
there's
this?
the angel tank now.
Yeah, those marbled angels look good. The black and silver. I like the feet on that giant angel
Yeah,
tank.
what's going on, Angelo? I sent it. It says Matt Moore's on the call too,
Can you post the link for in the YouTube live chat for the people to jump on here?
but yeah, I just did. But I posted it.
Yeah, yeah. I said we haven't had a good MAC chat in a while.
No, we haven't. Not at all.
It'd be awesome if Electric Water would jump on.
Can I can invite him.
I don't hear from much from him anymore, but I know he's a real
Yeah.
busy guy anymore. I know he's real busy anymore though too, so it's understandable. Oh shit! I'm surprised Matt hasn't jumped back on. Yeah, because like my phone rang and when you called me for the chat. Usually when I jump in live chats like that, it like it'll say so and so's going live, and then I'll get the hangout link, and then I just click on the hangout link, and it takes me straight into it. But it actually rang this time. Did it?
Yeah. Well, it was weird how this thing is working now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I finally figured it out. I think. Yeah, where's Matt?
he should be on. He said he had just got home and was starting to do some stuff. Like I said,
Uh,
I did his mom's for Thanksgiving earlier. He said when I was talking to him that he literally just got home. So time to take a shot. Woo! It burns so good. Yeah, it'd be sweet if we could get Edub in here.
yeah, I just sent him. I added him to the conversation.
Yeah, I saw it pop up on my TV or on my TV on my phone. I
On
wish
your
I could put this on
TV.
my TV.
I could put it on my TV,
You
but
know, I like I don't know. I think I probably could through my Xbox maybe. I don't know. I've never tried to put anything on my TV. Like he's like my nephew's TV, and he's in the other room from where I'm at right now, and like I can be watching a YouTube video, and a thing will pop up on top of my screen to ask me if I want to watch it on TV. And I did it one time, and it took him out of his video game video on his mad as hell. I was like, sorry, dude. I was like, I didn't know it was going to play on TV. I thought it was going to play on mine, not on yours.
yeah, yeah, Mac, I can do it. I can send them to my Samsung, my big TV, but I don't want to see my face that huge. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't really had whole lot going on with my fish here lately. I had one get killed here recently. One of my OB raised.
Yeah, yeah, you were showing that.
Yeah, he was my biggest fish that I had, like of my OB peacocks, dude. He was almost double the size of the tank boss,
Holy
and
crap!
he was bullying around certain fish, and I didn't like it, so I was like, I'll put him in the community tank. I'll let him breed with the females. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And put him in the community tank in less than 24 hours. The dominant male that was in there breeding killed him in less than 24 hours.
holy
It's,
crap!
I'll walk over here. I'll show you the dude that killed him.
Yeah, there's. I just saw the Bucachromis. He ran and hid.
Let's see here. Right
I
there's the fish that
got.
killed my big OB.
Is
He's
that a
still
German
around.
red?
Dude, that actually came out of a group of OBs. To me, he almost looks like a mix between a Eureka Red and a Red Shoulder. But he came out like this guy right here and that guy right there are brothers, but they look nothing alike. So that just goes to show you genes that were in there that people say, oh, yeah, it's 100% OB, and then you have babies and end up with stuff like that. I got another female holding back there, mouthful of eggs. You can see all the little ones swimming around, little juvies growing up. Oh,
Okay. I got. I got a couple little babies. Look at that. I had a couple little babies in the inside the main tank here. That yeah, they're not. I don't even know why or how they've made it through this tank, especially with the Venusis and stuff in here.
and my planning tank, my blue ram back there. Got a couple of crebensis in there, and there's my albino crib. The male and the female stay hid all the time. It's like I told Matt there for a while. The male and female were running the show in the tank, and now the German ram and the albino are running the tank.
Yeah,
There's Tank Boss still stunning like a motherfucker.
he's nice.
Yeah, dude. He was one of my very first peacocks that I ever bred. See, like this guy right here, this right here, this orange one. He's brothers with that one I showed you in the other tank that looked like a red shoulder or Eureka Red.
Yeah,
Same batch. And I got another one. He's actually hiding now. He's up there. He actually looks better than the other one. But I added that OB right there, I added him in last night, and ever since I added him in last night, he's chasing the other dude around and making him stay over the top. Deep water's getting big.
Oh, look at that. I got one of those now too.
Oh, you did get one?
Yeah.
This guy right here has been going on a tear. When I was talking to Matt last night, he was going on a tear on everybody. He lost every bit of blue to him. He had nothing but black stripes going down through him, and he was wanting to fight everybody. And I knew that was eventually going to come. You know what I mean? Being a sulfur head, it's going to happen. But it's all good. He don't mess with the tank boss. Dragon Blood's coming along really good too.
Oh, look
He's finally starting to get the pink in him. Like he hits the light the right way. Both of his lips are bright pink, and he's got bright pink jaw lines. I just wish I had a better damn phone with a better camera on it.
You got to upgrade.
Yeah, I need to bad. I just started this new job, so I guess that could be one of my first funds to go towards is get me a new phone.
Was that a Calvis or a compressiceps?
In the community tank?
Yeah.
It's actually a hybrid. It's a Calvis comp. I always called them Calviceps.
Yeah, because HC asked about that.
Yeah, I had a pearly black Congo male and was a orange fin comp female, and they bred together, and they bred over. Dude, they probably gave me 200 babies before they finally died, and I wish I would have kept. Dude, like I'm not the kind of person that I like to have two fish that look the same in my tank. And the very first male that got spit out of the very first batch of babies was the spitting image of the dad. And I was like, I don't need two that look like him. You know, I'd rather just have that one to draw the attention to him. And I got rid of him. And then that dude died. And I wish I would have never got rid of him. So out of the ones that I did, that's the only one that I've got left. Male. I think he looks like, to me, he's got more comp in him than Calvis, but he's a Calvis comp hybrid. Meaner than I'll get out. I stick my hand in the tank, he'll bite the shit out of me. And it cracks me up, dude. He's that mean that I'll stick my hand in the tank and he'll go after my big hand. But there's 2-inch peacock rice swimming around in there, and nobody.
Jeez. Here, I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna walk out into the so you can see the other fish. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see the South American tank. I want to see them Severums. Groot.
I got the jelly catfish.
Oh yeah, dude! I saw the video you posted on that guy, man. I was like, I couldn't tell what kind of catfish that was.
Wow, my phone is acting up. There's his dinner. Yeah.
Let me see your oh you're gonna mess with him. Oh, he likes being pet, huh? Oh, yeah. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Lost picture.
Yeah. Hold on, sorry.
There it goes.
My phone's getting all funky.
Dude, he's a lot bigger than I thought he was too. Now that you got your hands in there next to him. What kind of catfish you say he was?
I can't say. I'm gonna come back in because for some reason now my phone is not like the speaker is not loud.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What did you say the name? What kind of catfish was that?
It's a jelly catfish. I forget the Latin name. Somebody posted it when we were on the hangouts the other day. But then there's
the beta setup.
Yeah, I had to get a second.
Yeah, you've added. I was gonna say you just had one last time I saw. Now you got two of them stacked up there next to each other.
Yeah, that one there is beautiful. Well, this one's nice too.
Oh yeah,
but it's like a pinkish purple, and then
That one right there looks a lot like the one Matt Moore has.
Yeah,
Like I
that
was telling Matt, like my local fish store right now, dude, they've got two koi beta in there. That one of them is like your normal koi colors that you see, like the pinks and the whites and the yellows and stuff like that. And then the other one's like blue and white and black and crazy colors, and they were $30 a piece for them.
yeah. There's my big pleco, and
There's
then
Groot. Oh, dude, I always forget you have that guy. That's
yeah,
that's a Giardini, right?
yeah. I put a so I put what was it? Peacock bass in there, and they were 3 inches and done. They got eaten. He ate them all.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to see those severs. Those, what ones you have? Several. I always forget
Oh, give me a second.
they were the wild caughts that you had.
I have the true parrot cichlids are the ones that are wild caught.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that catfish, that thing's huge. So he had to get put in his own tank because he was in with the Amazon fish. And
Oh yeah. He'd suck them things down. I mean, you have them in with like the Severums.
yeah, I had him in with the Severums, had him in with the like all of them, the Parrots, the Severums, the Oscars. He got along great with everybody except for my electric blue Dempsey. He ate that. And then I put in a Geophagus ultifrons, like a decent, he was a decent sized fish.
Uh,
And
he got eaten too.
yeah,
Oh man. Yeah, that's like Geos are some of my
yeah.
favorite South American.
Segregation. What are you talking about, Funk? Mr. Funk just joined in.
Oh, Mr. Funk in the house.
Yeah.
He never knows what he's talking about.
Fin Time's here too.
Jump up in this chat, Funk.
Yeah, let me see. I can
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, technically I could go back through and add some people too if you want me to. Shot time. Shot number 4. We're starting the night good tonight.
I don't know if I can get it's not showing up. It's because he has a different email address. That's right.
See, I thought you could just send the link to their Hangout profile, or you could
Well,
send the link
yeah.
and drop it in like the MAC mod and group chat that we get.
Yeah, I could do it that way too, I think.
It's like when Big does a live stream and it'll pop up on my phone that YouTube that he's doing a live stream, and then it'll pop up a link on Hangouts that he sends me. Then it pops up a link on Messenger that he sends me, and then it pops up an email that he sends me. So I always know when I might miss one notification, but he sends so many notifications. I always know when Big's doing a live stream. Here recently, he's only been doing them while I've been working since I've been working nights. I I probably could sit up there and do sit in the chat like it, but if my boss was to walk in, I don't think he would really care because I live in a small town and like 80% of my time up there is sitting on my ass doing nothing. And when it's busy, it's busy. They'll rush in, they'll rush in, they'll rush in, and then it's just me up there with my phone going on my YouTube list, hooked up to a Beats pill by Bluetooth, just bumping out some Eminem and some Dre, and people will walk in and I'll pause the music. Like I'll see what kind of people they are when they walk in. I'll pause the music and they're like, "Oh man, keep that going, keep that going." I'm like, "That's what I'm talking about." People always compliment me that they come in, they hear me listening to some old school Dre and some old school Tupac, listen to some Bone Thugs. When a black guy came in last night, I was listening to Notorious B.I.G. Juicy. He's like, you don't ever hear anybody listen to this stuff anymore, And I was like, this is what I grew up listening to, man. I was like, this ain't no different than our parents listening to the music they grew up to. You know what I mean? I listen to the music I grew up to.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll let you try to join on the Hangouts. I just posted the link again. Because for some reason I can't send the invite to Aqua to Mr. Funk on Hangouts.
Let me see. It'll probably black my camera out for a minute here. But
yeah, that's fine.
It should let me. Maybe.
I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
Oh, wrong one. And that. People. It's asking me. It's asking me if I want to share the link.
What's that?
It gave me a link to share, so I'm gonna share it and see what happens.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that. I got the link on here.
I sent it to mods and owners. Boom.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. I'll drop it on the MAC too.
Yeah, there you go. You know who I didn't add on this? I didn't add Pro Tim.
I'll see if I can get him. I would think he would see this and he'd be like, okay, yeah, So I can look for him. Like I've got a bunch of people on my list and whatnot. So you said you couldn't get Aquafunk on there?
Yeah, I couldn't get him on mine. But now that you shared it in that, I think it'll be all right. I didn't even realize I had the shared link on.
Dude, that's the first time I've actually ever even seen share link on mine. Usually it just says joining. It says joining by link, and then right underneath that is share link, and create new conversation with a different group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I always enable it on mine just because that way we can all go back. There we go.
Yeah, dude. Like I put it on MAC and I put it on the mods and owners, so that should alleviate that problem. So now everybody on the MAC and everybody on the mods and owners deal has the link.
Yeah. What's up, Aquarium Cop? Hey, look who it is.
It's Mr. Fun. It's Mr. Fun.
Hold on, wait. That's my cousin, man. Leave him alone. What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
I feel like I'm back in Brooklyn and New Jersey. Florida is just as bad.
Is it?
All I hear is sirens on this street, man. Oh, I'm over here trying to set up some crazy stuff. This is what happens when I ain't got nothing to do. I just moved again. My landlord offered us a bigger place for the same price. So even though it's only been 3 months, we was like, hell yeah. And I got a back porch, and I don't know if you remember, I was trying to do like an outdoor 55-gallon pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I learned a lot of stuff, what to do and what not to do. And so I got that going now. I got a 55 on my back porch. And I just filled it up on the new house that I just moved into. So
there we go. Now it finally let me back in. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, no, we can't hear you.
With you.
Speak a little louder.
I grabbed the microphone. I did it, but it was like when I went through and added the links and did everything, it wouldn't let me back into, like, I could hear you guys, but it wouldn't let me it wasn't showing me out of it and get back into it.
Cap was doing that on purpose, man.
Yeah.
He's always got
he's always got them scandalous, nefarious behaviors.
You can't
There's,
trust him.
there's Matthew Moore.
Matt Moore.
I got tired of messing with my computer, man.
What's up, dudes? And do that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna burn it. I think that's all I can do.
Man. So what's new with you guys?
Nothing.
I haven't even, man.
I haven't even really been on Mac. Who's on the chat anyway? I can't even see the chat. Anybody saying something? What's up, everybody?
We got Rymac, HC Aqua, Aquarium Cop, Angelo's Fish Tank, Fish Dad 1, Chad H, Jeremy's Wild Studio. Did I say Ultimate Fish Keeping?
Yeah, we got a good crowd going on.
Yeah. Hey, Rymac, where's my pump, man? I know I won that pump. Don't try and jip me out my pump, Rymac. I left a comment and everything. I even subbed to you and everything, dude. Come on, give me my pump.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually want that pump that he has on his little point. That's what I do.
Yeah. He's
like, get out.
Rymac says he has to do the video. Oh, we got Hawaiian Peacock just joined us too.
Oh, aloha, brother.
Aloha.
Hey, you know what? I feel bad. I feel bad, yo. I have a confession. That I watched Rymac's video on that pump, and I meant to call Hawaiian Peacock because he just set up that pond, and I kept forgetting. But I know Rymac has like a time limit on that giveaway, and I think it's over. Hey, Hawaiian Peacock, Rymac had a subscriber giveaway for a big pond pump, but it's over now. Sorry.
But it's over now. I'm sorry. It's because you wanted the pump. That's what it is.
No, I swear to you, I was like, I don't have anything that I can use that pump for, but I hope I win it. And someday, you know how it is. You got one thing and it kind of leads to some huge project, even though it's a little. Yeah. So I'm like, if I get it, maybe it'll force me to do something one day.
Yeah.
Like, setting up for the future.
Yeah. I'm thinking ahead, man.
Yeah. That's how you got to do it.
Yeah. Just get a whole bunch of random crap and hope that one day you'll do something with it.
Yeah. Well, I got a bunch. I got a bunch of stuff now because I redid all the filters in the in both fish rooms. So now all the big tanks have the FX6 filters on them and FX4s. So water changes is so much easier now.
2 more minutes.
What?
So,
Mommy has 2 more minutes.
So, Cap, let me ask you.
Hi, Madison.
Hey, Mermaid.
Kevin says hi. Everybody from Max says hi.
Hi.
I'm on a live stream, honey. If you want to decorate the tree, you can decorate the tree behind me. That's fine.
Gotta say hi to Mermaid. You gotta say hi.
Yeah, Mermaid's gotta say hi.
Everybody says hi.
So what kind of crazy things you coming across at the LFS, man?
Am I coming across that now?
Yeah, like the questions that people ask you.
Oh, what do people? There's
most of the time they ask me to get out.
I had one lady come in the other day. She had a that silver catfish or whatever it is, and it was bumping its nose against the glass. And she's like, "How do I fix that?"
Give him a helmet.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't get them there so much because the stuff that we have is pretty much everybody comes in and goes, "Hey, I have this." Although one lady came in, she called them Chi-Chis. She wanted Chi-Chis. And I'm like the restaurant Chi-Chis? She goes, "No, I mean Chi-Chis, the fish." And I'm like,
You with the wrong place.
She's like, "Yeah, Chi-Chis."
I'm sorry, Angelo.
Yeah, and then she goes, I have a 100-gallon tank. And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, well, how big is it?" And she goes, "It's this big by this big." It's 100 gallons. I want to put more Chi-Chis in there.
Hey, Hawaiian.
Okay, so what the hell's this Chi-Chi?
She wanted a cichlid.
Oh, I heard
Oh,
chiclets.
Yeah,
Dude.
chiclets. Yeah, yeah.
Dang.
Like, when I do
Wow.
That's
that,
funny.
they walk down the African cichlid aisle though, and they're like, "Oh, these are pretty. Can I put them in my 10-gallon?" No.
For a little bit
Yeah.
until they get big enough to go to another tank.
Well, I mean, here, let me get this back up because I'll show you guys this in a second. We're gonna get back out into the other fish room.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving at your mom's, Matt?
yeah. She's back there decorating.
That's good. I see you,
Wave,
Madison.
say hi.
I see you.
See my face, not me.
Your daughter cracks me up, man.
There you
Oh, she's
go.
something special, bro. She's funny. She's funny. When we were at Artistic Aquariums the other day, they literally and Kevin, you know this, I told you. They handed her a whole bag of bows and just let her walk all around the store on all of the for sale fish tanks and just put bows all over them and everything. And the lady told her when she's able to hire her, she can come back and she'll be the first one on. I started laughing. But by then, you probably won't want to hire her. She'll be a smart ass like me.
Well, that's probably why they want to hire her, because she ain't gonna take no shit.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna let customers push her around.
Wait, whose is this? Whose Shelly's is that? That's awesome.
That was mine.
Nice, man. Those are coming along good.
Check that out.
What are you talking about, Matt?
Oh, I was looking at Captain Shelly's. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm typing and following along with the chat.
Oh, I didn't even realize Cap had any Shellys.
Yeah, Cap's got
I didn't mean to
multis.
be. They forced me. It's with Matt guys.
He's in there petting his big old fat cat right now.
Yeah, he was in there. He was doing.
Okay, I moved box.
He got the lifters. He got multis or
Yeah, the multifasciatus.
multifasciatus.
Yeah.
Here, hold this. Get on there. Be like, hey. Hey, yo, I'm gonna have to put you down for a second. Gotta move the box.
All good, bro.
Look at the underneath of my cabinet.
That's perfect. Love looking at wood grain.
Check out that.
Against the wall.
You know, the one that hasn't gotten his show yet.
I have thoroughly enjoyed my day off today, Matt.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have been like on a roll lately with just putting out random videos, man. I know I'm probably annoying everybody.
Today.
I was just just having fun.
Don't let me hear no lip, woman, or you'll get another one.
Hey, over here, Mrs. Moore's right here. She's hiding from everybody.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, everybody's saying hi, Stephanie. Say hi.
Hi.
She's not even gonna let you see her.
It's like a taller version of Mermaid. She looks
What's up, Mr. Big?
Like I see her in videos when I have video chats and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Don't call me small. I'm tall.
Oh,
Mermaid
yeah.
telling you how it is.
Oh, I know she is. The funny thing is you guys can hear them and I can't because I don't have amplified headphones.
Yeah, I can hear
Don't
every
you
word.
eyeball
I can
me.
hear every. I can hear what they're saying. No problem. Yeah, just in case there's any younger viewers watching this, I'm gonna have to turn my camera off real quick so I can do something.
Oh, quit it.
What's
What's up, Mr. B?
I don't even want to. I don't even know if I want to know what you're gonna do.
The cough, the cough should give it away.
He's choking on a piece of chicken.
Are you sucking on a tailpipe?
That's the equivalent.
I'm sucking on a pipe that gives me that chronic cough every now and then.
You know, when I got out of the army, well, never mind. Next subject.
Next subject.
Yeah, anyway.
Rymac knows what's up.
Yeah, he does.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we
I
got
just-
Teresa Cookie in here too.
In case there were some younger viewers,
What's up, Cookie?
anybody that knew
Cookie!
me better, they hear me start coughing like that, and they know what's up. But I'm not going to sit there and do it live on YouTube and Hangouts.
Yeah, no.
It depends on what state you're in, right?
They're working on
True.
the tree behind me.
No, serious up. Like if you was in Colorado doing a YouTube channel, could
would be
you?
no, it would be no big deal because it's legal. there.
Arizona as well.
Indiana's on the bill for next year, and they've already got big businesses in like all the big cities around us that are saying 100% right now if they were to give somebody a drug test and they tested positive for marijuana and marijuana only, they would hire them on the spot. So that's kind of saying something like it. I think it's probably going to end up happening here in Indiana here real soon.
So what'd you guys get for Black Friday? Anybody
Not
get
a
anything
damn-
good?
Not a
I
damn-
didn't get nada.
Nothing?
Nope.
The only thing I went for was those trophies.
I get a
Right.
discount anyway on fish, so I don't have to go for Black Friday.
Oh, you
did
know, I
get
did-
hers.
I did get something for Black Friday. 2 new tires.
Bro, that's better than fish, honestly.
I remember.
No,
I remember
that's-
when he broke down on the side of the road. I was talking to him when he broke down on the side of the road.
yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I broke down on Wednesday night. I had to leave the car on the side of the road. My pops picked me up, took me to Orlando. So in the morning of Thanksgiving, we went and put a donut on, and I drove it 70 miles at 50 miles an hour.
On a donut?
And then I couldn't do nothing because it was Thanksgiving. Everything was closed. So Friday, I got new tires.
You drove that thing 70 miles on a donut?
Yeah. Bro,
Wow.
No more than
Bro.
50 miles on a donut is
It
what I
was-
was all told.
Yeah. That's
check
sketchy.
this out. It was, yeah, but look, the tow truck, right? The tow truck guy, it's $75 for him to show up,
That's
and it's
awesome.
$4 a mile. Now, mind you, it's Thanksgiving. So where am I going to have him tow it to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no shops open. There was absolutely no shops open, so I had to take it to my pop's house.
Yeah, got to do what you got to do.
What's 4 times 70?
Oh, hey, what's up, Ultimate Fish Keeping Show?
What is it, 280?
Yeah, I wish I could see the chat as it was going through so I could talk to
I know I
Kevin,
did too.
if you
I
want
know
to do that,
chat right
if you want
now, I
to
know-
do that, just drop your, just press the home screen on your phone and then pull up your YouTube channel in a separate bar, and
I
then.
still do that. It's going to cut me off this phone call.
Oh, really? Oh, that sucks.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I can try it and find out.
Yeah,
You
can
could.
try
You can
that.
still join the link.
Yeah,
I
let me
know.
try it. Let me try it real quick. Let me try it real quick and see what happens.
On the table,
Can you still hear me right now?
Yep.
Sure. We can still
All right.
see you. Keep in mind, we
No.
can still see you.
Okay.
So, I mean, just remember that when you can always see what's going on in the YouTube channel as well. So the camera starts panning away. That's
I
how
got
I
you.
go.
Yeah, well, I think his camera shuts him off. I don't think his phone's as updated as it is.
Oh, he got a flip phone?
He might
Yeah,
have
I
a flip
can.
phone.
Yeah.
You spent $325 on a new sump for your borrowed
Yeah.
car.
My
Wow.
phone's.
I don't
my
even know
phone-
how that works, Ultimate Fish Keeping.
Holy crap, Biggie's is here.
What
Who's
up,
that?
Big Easy?
Big Easy.
It ain't
Big
easy
easy,
being
yeah.
big easy.
Mark, it's been a while, man. That's true.
Yeah, it has.
He's probably happy. He's probably happy we're doing a stream.
Yeah, well, mine
So-
are going to be like 5 hours long, though.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
at
you'll be
least
awake.
when they're that long, it gives us all a chance to see them
Man.
or join them.
Yeah.
So when I'm moving in a couple weeks, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You moving again too? Yo, Matt,
Yeah,
you moving
no.
too?
Yeah, I'm moving across the town all the way to the other side. Moving
Dude, you
actually
just
into
got
a
there.
place. Well, no, I just got to a different apartment. I want out of the apartment actually into a place.
Yeah, that's what I did. I moved into a bigger place. And I only was here. I was only in that other place from New Jersey, what, 4 months?
Yeah, my wife told me, she's like, you get the room, one of the 3 rooms, and for the fish, Xbox, and the computer. So they're like, cool. Just put me in my room. So I'm pretty sure over the months, what'll happen is all my work clothes and everything will start going in there, and I'll probably end up being kicked to that one room of the entire house.
Take the master bedroom so you don't have to. So you have a bathroom. You don't have to leave ever.
Think about how easy
Hey,
water
they
changes
said
would be
take the
in there.
master bedroom so that way I don't ever have to leave. I'm just she put a stop, bro.
I
Hey, she
tried.
stomped her feet like mermaid right there. I could feel it.
Yo, my old lady was down with that for a while.
Do you want to?
Do I
Down
want to
with
put
the
Jason
master
Giambi
bedroom
on?
as your fish room?
Yeah, because she doesn't. Because usually the master bedroom is away from all the other bedrooms, and she didn't want it from my 6-year-old
Sure.
and the baby that's coming in January. And more than likely, the master bedroom would have been far away from the kids' room. So she was down for that for a little bit. But this room, this place is set up different, so I don't have it.
5-bar Tang. Rymac, that is a hang on. Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to say that word.
Tredicephalus.
Yes,
Yes,
it's a
Tredicephalus.
Tredicephalus. I was
Tredicephalus.
sitting there, I was in my head, I'm like, that's a tret. I know, because
Yeah, you hooked me onto that fish, man.
I know, it's been in my head like 1,000 times, but yet, whatever.
And the other fish, the one that I just like saying the name more than the sexaxiatus.
Oh, the
Sexaxiatus.
Sexaxiatus. Yeah, those are pretty sweet.
No,
Sex-
but no, that blue one.
Sexaficiatus.
Yeah,
Sexaficiatus.
that 5-bar Tang, Matt. That 5-bar Tang. When I did have my Africans, that 5-bar Tang whooped my frontosa.
Oh, dude, those things are mean. Those things are mean.
They're gangster fish, man.
They are, man. It's amazing how fast they get mean too, because they I think it's like the whole Lamprolongus species that gets tough. Because I mean, that's what I think. It's personally like all the rock dwellers, even the Gelidiochromis aren't so bad, but when you get into like the trets, the Sexaficiatus, the daffodils, the Brachyardes, the Lelupis, especially those all turn into massive dildos.
Hey, let me ask the chat a quick question. Is everybody in the chat in Matt?
Yes.
Not,
Oh, okay.
I can tell right now. Not everybody is.
Somebody can. Do you have any mods, Cap?
Yeah, I got some mods.
I can. I'm looking at the chat.
Big's a mod,
Somebody throw up Max
right?
link.
Yeah.
Throw up Max link. Hey, you're wrong. You're wrong. You need to do it.
Hey, Jeremy, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for
Jeremy's
stopping.
leaving?
Jeremy's
Yeah,
wild
he'll be back.
studio. Yeah, he said he's got to bounce for a bit, but he'll be back. I don't know if we'll be streaming then.
When's your game on?
What's that?
What time did Philly play?
They played already.
Oh yeah, did they win?
Yeah, yeah, they won. They won.
I
Close
turned,
game.
I
Took it
turned
all the
mine
way
off
to the
at
end.
I turned mine off at 42-10. Hey,
Hey
what
y'all.
can I say? When you know you're gonna lose that bad, you're like, this is bad. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's when you hope that you got one of those car starters on your keychain. You can warm it up from your seat.
And you start walking out, but you don't want to. You don't want to look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got your popcorn bucket
I,
still.
I got
half
a I got a
full.
question.
What's up?
Okay. Yes, the answer is yes.
I got a question.
Kevin, you're in and out, bro. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh,
Now
there
we
you
can.
go.
Can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Can you hear me now?
What the
You
hell?
work. What's the
You
question?
can hear me now?
We
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
hear you.
Did you have every intention on doing a Tanganyikan tank before I talked to you about one?
Who, me?
Before I
Or
talk
Matt?
to you, what I had intended on was the Tropheus. What I wanted was Tropheus and Shelley's. I didn't know a whole lot about like the rock dwellers and all of that until I started talking to you, and then you helped me figure out a lot of how to deal with those. And
Yeah.
that's because, see, like when it came to the Tanganyikans, I didn't know the pecking order and stuff like that on how you could introduce them in certain ways and all of that. I had no idea about any of that. So,
Yeah.
and Kevin did help me 100% through that whole thing. And I've tried my hardest to make that well known too, because
Oh,
it
I know you have.
it was
I was
like,
just that's just one question that I've never asked you personally. That if you were actually thinking about it before
well,
I started talking to you about it.
the one fish that got me, that made me want to pull towards Tanganyikans, was the red rainbows, and especially the ones that I had. When I had talked to James Largo, he had told me that he was going to get those. So then I had actually started studying on those. When I
Yeah.
got those, I didn't realize that there was a whole big difference in those between wild caught ones and regular ones. And I got stuck like between this stage where those daffodils I had were so fascinating and the
Yeah.
colors on them were just so beautiful
Those were nice.
that yeah, they were, and they were just so hard to let go. It cost me a lot of money.
Got to
And
do what you got to do sometimes, though, for the betterment of what your tank is going to be and what you want it to be.
that's a fact, especially with when it comes to the smaller Tanganyikans like that as well. Because with peacocks, it's like, all right, you got peacocks and you got a tank full of haps. Well, when you get a badass peacock in your peacock setup, you can always take that and be like, all right, you want to be an asshole? You can go in this hap setup. We'll put you in your place. Well, you can't do that with tangs, and if you can, all you're going to do is ruin a good fish. That when it comes to like predator setups with Tanganyikan predator setups, which you don't see a whole lot of those because their colors are a little bit more bland. It's you just don't see it. You see everybody with rock dwellers, the feather fins, or what I would recommend to everybody is sips. Sips, fascinating fish and absolutely fun to keep, and they're very easy to keep.
Man, I so much wish I had video of my old Tanganyikan tank so you could see all the different species of Tanganyikans that, that I had living in the same tank together perfectly fine with no issues whatsoever. And my pearly black Congo calvus and the red fin comp, orange fin comp were breeding, and there was babies all over the place all the time, and not a single one of them ever even got eaten.
I think like
Hey,
what I think a lot of people have a problem with too is the same as me. I think I'm no different than anybody else. Like I get afraid of my fish dying or afraid to try anything with them because you know what I mean. So if anything
Yeah,
happens,
but
you just automatically start pulling them.
yeah, but you always got to take that. You always got to take that plunge, man, and try something new. That's how you keep evolving in the hobby.
let me ask y'all a question.
What's up, yo?
Crushed coral. If you have neutral 7.0 water, how much
It'll.
the pH will the pH rise with crushed coral?
I I think it kind of depends. How much crushed coral you're putting in, how many gallons the tank is,
Let's
and
say a 20 long
a 20
or a
long.
40 breeder. Because I'm on well water now.
Oh, I'm on well water too, dude. My water comes out like Matt knows this. My well water comes out perfect, dude. I have to put no chemicals in my water whatsoever. I don't have to use prime. I don't have to use the
Yeah,
chlorinator. I don't have to use nothing. It comes out of my well and it's spot
but
on.
what's the pH at?
The pH on mine,
Yeah,
7.9, sometimes 8, but
mine is
usually about
7.0.
7.9. Yours is 7.8.
Which
Say what?
How
Are you there,
My
Punk?
well water pH is 7.0.
If your well water's
Hello?
coming out at if your well water's coming out at 7.8, I wouldn't really see a whole lot of need
No,
to add a bunch of crushed coral to it to raise your pH because I mean that's right in the range that you want to be in for the most part.
yeah, but
yeah.
no, but it's 7.0,
Oh,
Oh,
7.0.
oh,
7.0.
it's almost neutral. Crushed coral will raise it. It should raise it up to 7.8 or so, somewhat right around there, maybe a
Yeah,
little bit more.
I was going to say probably somewhere between 7.6 and 7.8, but it depends on
Yeah,
also what you're going to put in that 40 gallon. Like if
Well,
you're
I
going to take
see.
all the other substrate out and put nothing but crushed coral in it, that's different than just mixing crushed coral in with what you've already got.
Nah, I'm starting from scratch, and I was thinking about doing a because I know for like my Angels 7.0 is banging. So I was gonna do an auto drip, and if I did an auto drip with crushed coral, I think it'll just be it'll be undoing the crushed coral.
Yeah, kind of like how my setup is. How I don't have to mess with anything. I just do what I do. But I take
Yeah,
water out, put water in, and don't have to mess with it.
yeah. But if I have a tank with crushed coral and it gets to 7.8, and I start doing an auto drip, that 7.8 is constantly going to get diluted.
yeah,
So I guess
Yeah,
I can't do a crushed coral on if I.
I mean you could, but it
Huh?
depends. It depends. It depends really on how long you're leaving that crushed coral in there before you decide to start to do the first water change. Because that's all going to build up in your tank, and then once you take it out of your tank, it's going to have to build up again. And
Yeah.
then after a while, after a good period of time, it's not going to give off anymore, and you'll end up having to get new crushed coral.
Oh,
But
see, I
it's
didn't
all,
know that crushed coral. I didn't
yeah,
know it loses its
it,
pH value.
yeah, it'll bottom out. Like
Word up.
if you're going to say you're going to start from scratch on a 40-gallon breeder, I would do 80%
Yeah.
crushed coral, 20% sand. That's just my opinion. Because that 80% crushed coral is going to last a whole lot longer than adding 40 or 50%.
so why don't we all just get together and send Aquafunk some of our water?
you don't want
Yeah.
Arizona
Just give
water,
me a
that's a
regular
fact.
supply. Little Aquafina bottles. Just every week, send me an Aquafina bottle.
I'll send you those big water jugs, and I'll just start putting it in.
The 50-gallon water jug.
Yeah, we'll send them down in barrels. You can do a water change with a barrel.
So,
Yeah. 55
so
gallon barrel. All
let
you
me
got to do
ask
is stick
y'all.
a pump in that bitch and start pumping it in.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. As far as in your opinion, in you guys' opinion, why doesn't West African cichlids get any love?
Any what?
Why is it? Oh, you know what I mean? As much love as the three lakes.
Yeah, the big lakes. I don't know.
I honestly think that they do. I mean, you still got your river cichlids and stuff like that. Like what you were showing love to some butterflies and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
know?
yeah.
I mean, it made me think about you and don't take this nasty, but I thought about you when I bought one the other day. I mean, you
What?
know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Kevin
you
helped
got
me out with that one too.
I was in that
I
group as
was sitting
well.
there. I was sitting there. I'm like, I'm in the store, and I'm like, it's buy two get one free. I'm like, they didn't have but one Tropius, and I was like, oh man. So I look over there, and there's two butterflies. So I was like, all right, I'll take those. And I said, I don't know anything about these besides one YouTube video, and Kevin told me they're awesome. That's it. I was like,
no.
so between anybody in the African cichlid
Yeah,
community, they helped me somewhere.
yeah,
And
but
I started laughing because that same damn night there was a hole that big in the top of my lid. One of them jumped out and died. I was
yeah,
like, damn.
dude, I have yet to be able to keep one alive. I mean, I could keep feeding them; they can grow, but eventually, every one of them jump out. Every one of them.
I've
I
had to
have
seal
yet to have, and they're
I've had to seal my tank off completely every time I've ever owned them, and no matter what size the tank was. I had to seal it off completely, other than where the water was coming in from, the outtakes from the filters, and
yeah,
everything else would be completely covered. I never lost a single African butterfly. Like, I had my LFS calling me wanting my African butterflies because people were wanting to pay top dollar for
yeah. I actually lost one, jumped out while I was doing maintenance on the damn thing, and I didn't know because I sealed
them.
up the back too, and I was looking, I was like, well, the African butterfly, and for some reason they always managed to get behind the tank, and
Yeah.
sure enough, I looked behind the tank and he was hard as a rock, and I was like, the only time he could have got out is when I was doing maintenance, when I had the glass lid up, that little 4 inches for the time it took me to do a gravel vac. Like, you
Yeah.
son of a.
The best way I tried to explain to Matt is, like, an archer fish, right? The fish that shoot the water out of their
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah,
An African butterfly is the exact opposite. It's not going to shoot water out. It's going to jump out of the water
yeah,
after it's prey.
yeah. Rope fish too. They're notorious for jumping out the back of the tank.
I've never had a rope fish, but I've had plenty of Bashirs, and only thing I've ever had jump out of my tank that, like, something like that, was my tire track eel that I had. But it woke me up in the middle of the night because it sounded like a pigeon was in my room with me, flapping around its wings, because that's how big the eel was.
No,
I found him and I got him back in my tank, and he ended up living. You know what I mean? I don't have more, but I mean, he lived from that incident. My dog was the one that actually found him.
no, I've had rope fish on the top of the tank. But the good thing about rope fish is that they can last a little while outside the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, they climb out the back too. That little space you said for your filter, yeah, they'll get out of there.
Oh no, like that little space I'm talking about for my filter is just enough space for the water to flow underneath the hood,
Yeah,
or cover, or whatever you want to call it. It's just enough space for that water to run underneath it and not touch. I mean, it's like tiny. I mean, I had the way it's set up now. I guess I did have different filters at that time. I had my tire track eel would jump up inside one of my filters all the time. Every morning I would wake up and I would have to check my
Captain.
filters. Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Captain, right there behind you, that sand diver.
Which one? That one or that one?
That one right there, right over
He
your,
says, which one
he's moving
Any.
to your left shoulder or your right shoulder.
That one.
Yeah, that one's beautiful, dude.
This one.
How big are your sand? How big are the sand divers? Like it's hard for me to be able to tell. Like in the looking at the video, it's hard for me to tell. Somebody could have a 10-gallon tank,
That one
and
looks
I'm looking
10
at a
inches.
10-gallon tank
That
thinking it's
was
a 30-gallon tank, and I'm looking at a big fish. Then I find out I'm looking at a little fish. But I know how big Cap's tank is. But I was just curious how big the fish was.
I think he looks about 10 inches.
yeah. Yeah, he's
Oh, he actually.
about.
I was
He's
thinking
about
like,
80. I'm
and
trying
that's
to get
exactly
in
what
so
I
I can
just
get
said.
you a better picture.
Has he started flaking real heavy?
He did, and then for some reason he kind of stopped. I think he got his butt kicked because I've been watching my
Okay.
living sonai, and my living sonai has lost all his patterns. He's just straight up. He's in angry mode.
How's the Star
Yeah,
Sapphire doing?
I gotta take off.
You taking off, Unc?
Yeah, I got like the boxes everywhere, bro.
Right on, brother.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right,
All right.
you too.
All right, man. Peace out. Hey, I was talking to Captain, and he was telling me that about his sulfur head. And man, dude, that dude's got a beautiful silver head. It's starting to actually show its color now.
I was actually just showing it to him earlier before you got on, but you
Oh,
saw
yeah?
it better. You saw it better quality picture than what he saw it in.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
And he's like right now, dude. He's being cool. He looks normal. He's bright blue and green in the lips and blue around the rest of his body. He's got yellow specks in between each one of his scales,
Literally,
and he looks like he's happy as could be.
What, this guy? Where'd he go?
My Deepwater hat, Matt. That's one thing I meant to actually tell you last night. Like, he might actually be the biggest fish in the tank now. Well, Sulphurhead was the biggest, and the OB that got killed was the biggest. But that Deepwater hat, I think he's right there.
Hey,
Down in that little hole there's a bunch of little babies.
Hey, JC Aquatics, what's up, man? Hey, get on here, dude. We want you. We want you, JC Aquatics.
If you're a Mac member, there's no reason you shouldn't be in here because I dropped the link.
Every Mac member is more than welcome to come in.
If you're an MAC member,
It's kind of funny how we have and I said it, and I know I said it in the owners when we were talking in the owners and mods, that we have how many members and how many are actually active on everybody's channels.
Well, it comes in waves, and that's cool. I respect the waves, and I'm really happy that that it does, because not everybody is 110% into their fish all the time.
Yeah, no.
So people's lives change too. So when something happens cool with their fish, they're back into it, and then they come back and show us and all, and that's great.
That or they haven't got back a hold of us because something ended up happening or whatever, and they ended up having to get rid of the tank and the fish that they had, and they didn't want to feel ashamed of getting back on and be like, yeah, I had to get rid of everything.
Yeah, take it easy, Mac. Thanks for stopping in. That's like when we moved, in July. It was hectic. It was really hectic, especially moving and setting up these tanks again.
Oh, I can imagine, dude.
I only lost about 4 Africans out of the whole move, out of all the fish.
That's not bad at all.
Considering
dude, I would take that.
Yeah, considering what it could have been.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, water changers over chat. Water changes over chat, brother. don't say sorry about that.
Don't.
See,
Jeremy's got Google or Google Hangouts. He should have Google. Since he's been MAC, he should have Google Hangouts. Dude, all you gotta do is go and look for my post that I put. under MAC for this link. All you got to do is click on it, and it'll bring you straight to the live chat we're in.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna be ending this soon because I'm getting hungry. I want to eat. But yeah, so it's what was I gonna say? I'll keep trying to get these going again once I get it figured out. Well, I got this figured out. I got my own laptop, but I couldn't get anything working on that today. So I'm using my wife's again because it was just I would go into Google or I went into to YouTube. YouTube sent me to the live stream. Couldn't get Hangouts up to actually get so that we could all get together and do it. And then I called Mr. Funk. He sent me to. He told me you got to go on the Hangouts first, get everybody invited, then go back to YouTube, then go back to Hangouts, and then do all this other stuff. Which I was about ready to call Biggie and be like, "Yo, how are you doing this? Because I can't get it going."
Yeah, once I shared the link, it seemed like that's when everybody started joining. Was once I shared the link.
Yeah.
And like I said, that was the first thing I've been in one that it actually showed me. It would say all the time at the top, joined by link, and then right below it there was something that was never there, and it said share link. And I shared it to our Hangouts group and to all of the and that seemed to have jumped off after then. So
yeah, I turned it on.
And January, February-ish is when I'm gonna be moving. We're gonna get a trailer. We found a pretty nice manufactured home that we're gonna buy. It's a new one. So of course I gotta go underneath there and do the floors and jacket and all that to make sure that the floors will hold all the fish tanks.
Reinforcement.
But, yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's okay. But so that's gonna take a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then when I am absolutely terrified of pulling, and I know it's dumb. I'm not even worried about the fish. Like I can handle the fish. I know how to move fish. But what I'm worried about is moving every one of these plants and then getting all the plants back and not trying to kill off every plant that I have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My best idea for that, Matt, would be obviously transporting it in the water that it's in of that time in those parameters to be able to set your new tank up, because I know when you set the tank back up, it's going to be with some of the water from the previous tank just to help with the bacteria load, I would think.
Right.
And then so you've already got 50% of that kind of water in there. So when you transplant your plants from the water, they're in a big bag with the kind of water that they were already in right now. And then when you transplant them over, it shouldn't technically be that bad.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm really it's the fish and everything. I'm gonna be able to get that fine. I've been holding out. I can tell already which ones are male and female already on my melanogenous. And I was gonna take some of those down. and trade them in or sell them here in a couple months for some more Tropius, and then for my little Tropius tank that I want behind the desk, because but it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but all right, I'm gonna end this.
All right, Captain.
I will. Oops, I gotta do this yet. I got everything, all kinds. I got different phones going, different things going.
There was one last shot for you, Captain, before we ended the stream.
What's that?
I said there was one last shot for you before we ended the stream.
One last shot.
One last shot. I just took it.
All right. Yeah. Oh, I was shutting everything down. Don't forget, anybody that's here that watched, or even people that are going to watch again, hit this button.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this one.
Hit that thumbs up.
This one, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I've been watching. I didn't even hit the damn thing.
Thank you, Biggs.
But
I'm sorry.
I imagine when
I
I go,
got
you'll post it later, and I'll be able to go back and add a thumbs up once I'm, done.
Yeah.
Later, AC.
See ya
I'll see you,
later.
fam.
All right, guys. I'm gonna end it. Thank
All
you
right,
all
man.
for
I'll talk to
stopping.
you guys
Thanks for
later.
watching. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks for putting it on, Cap. It's
Yeah, no
it's nice,
problem.
It's nice to be able to get together with everybody again like we used to.
Yeah, Aquarium Cop says later, dudes and dudettes.
Yeah. What's
See
up,
ya.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah.
So right on, brother. Like I said, I appreciate you doing this. We haven't done one in a while, and
Yeah, no.
I'm doing one because whether they show up in the live stream chat like what we're doing, or whether just the live chat on YouTube, you still get MAC members regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Time.
So, all right. Well, thanks.
All right, man. Take it easy, Cap.
You too.
All right, peace.